Hi, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. Bryan, how are you?
How's it going out there, everybody?
It's a pleasure to have you.
It's a pleasure to be here. I've been looking forward to this for a while, since we set it up. So.
Let's lower the bar of expectation just a little bit. It's not. It's really. It's really. I appreciate that. No.
Yeah.
I always joke about that. People seem to lately be. I'm running into people who are like have saying nice things or whatever, and that's my joke lately. Let's just lower the bar of expectation. But I appreciate it very much, and I'm glad to have you because I saw you on actual real fancy terrestrial. You were on fancy terrestrial radio as a big famous
20
person.
WCPT, which
Right.
is surreal because I used to listen to that station driving home from work. I had my 2-hour commutes from Vernon Hills and Deerfield. So, which I'll get into later.
Yeah.
So
That's a station that we have on in our house all the time too. So like you and I met, I think probably Shanahan's. Oh no, at the studio. Yeah. That
Still remember your first performance?
Right. That was I was only there a couple times. So that's and that was fun. And that's where I met Colleen. And so that's cool. And that guitar because we had a conversation. Oh no, you're I think it was the other one. Don't you have a different one?
The Gretsch,
Yeah.
the green one, yeah.
Yeah. It's I was like, hey, that's a great guitar. So we have something in common in that putting the word out and about mental health issues has been something that's become important to me, and it's kind of made the two of us, brought us together in conversation and other things, and so I'm really glad to have you here. I know that's what you were on WCPT talking about, so that was exciting. How long have you been playing music, or what was your first? How far back would you say you can remember? Like, is it like, I don't know, the womb, childhood, 4 years old, tapping on a piano?
Not even close. I actually didn't learn guitar till college.
Oh, okay.
And then right after college is when I started recording, and then built from there. Taught myself to sing, and just developed all the skills, do all the mixing and everything that I do, all the production work. So it's just been one, thing building upon the last. And
right
so,
on. Well,
that was 2006 was when I started.
2006. I feel older every time I ask these questions. That's not that long ago to me. It's like that seems like yesterday, but 2006. So, and you. What school did you go to?
University of Colorado in Boulder.
Wow.
It was great 4.5 years. Needed that extra half.
You could make that a joke. You could say it was a great 7.5 years.
7.
Right.
Write that one down.
Right.
Next podcast, I'll use that one.
It's a great 7.5 years. What's
Snar-
that?
Oh, Snars was great. They were the greatest sub place.
Oh, is it a food place?
They moved here too.
Yeah.
Snars is great.
Yes. Josette is making comments from the peanut gallery. And now she's laughing.
I had to ask about Snars.
And it's a sub place?
Mm-hmm.
That's how...
Toasted subs.
Toasted subs.
Way to go.
I'm a fan of that.
They did close down my favorite pizza place, though.
Yeah, which
It's called
was?
Gelino's.
Yeah.
A little hole-in-the-wall place. And, used to live right by it. So
Those are the best ones, though.
After you're going out and, having a night of whatever.
Right.
That's where you stop at 3 a.m. Or you did.
Yeah. Barely not enough people did, or they weren't charging.
Ago,
right.
Yeah.
Right. So, Phil, let's see. All right. Did you when you started playing music, did you immediately start writing songs, or was writing songs something that came later?
That came a few years later. So, the first song I ever learned was a Wilco song called "Company in My Back."
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of an obscure song, but that was the first one I ever taught myself. And then so from there, after college is when I really started to think about writing. So then I started writing my own songs, and I started working with a vocalist, and it didn't go well. For many reasons. But so basically that was the impetus for me to then go and say, all right, I'm just doing this all myself.
Oftentimes,
I don't need someone to have, I love help, you know what I mean? But
right. But oftentimes that's the case. It's out of necessity, in many times, I always worked in a band that was more of a collective kind of a situation where, or in the early days, something that was akin to the structure like the Beatles or whatnot, where everybody wrote and everybody would sing one or two, or, like there wasn't one single person that was the central singer or whatever. But then later on, as things changed for myself, I only wrote a few songs in that band, but then life and things change, and then pretty soon, like you said, it becomes almost a necessity. Like, well, if I'm going to keep doing this and I can't count on this or that, then I'm just going to try doing this stuff myself, and there's nobody else around, and then that's what you do.
It takes away some of the anxiety of like relying on other people that maybe aren't as reliable.
Well, that or if you like, especially in those younger years when it's like you're trying to compromise things that to make a collective situation work, and you may not necessarily agree with what the decision is, but you're going along with it. And then there's at some point where you're like, I don't really want to, like, these pieces of art, I don't want to compromise what I think. I want to do. What happens if I do it exactly the way I choose to do it? Is it better or worse? And it's neither. It's just different.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Different.
It's like everything. It's neither better nor worse. It's just different. So there's advantages to making all the decisions, and there's certainly disadvantages to being the person that has to make all the decisions, because it can be difficult as well. So for the next super deep probing question is, what is your favorite color?
Orange.
Orange. You're also an orange, all right? Orange is definitely my favorite color.
As you can see, I like colors. I've got yellow, I've got
Right.
orange, I've got green, and red.
When I was a kid, I had my childhood best friend's father was colorblind, and although he didn't think he was colorblind, which was even more hilarious because his mother would then be like, because he would wear things that did not go, and she would be like, are you going to wear that? And he's like, what's the matter with it? And she'd be like, doesn't really match. He's like, it's fine, really. And she's like, oh, no.
It's hard to tell them about that.
Right.
The news,
I bring it up because he bought a horribly, terribly colored car at one point, but he thought it was he just thought it was silver, and it was like this horrible, like greenish gold color that everybody thought it was the ugliest car ever, but he loved it because to him it was just silver, so anyway.
I have a brother-in-law who actually is colorblind, and we make many jokes about it over the years.
I used to be
easy target. I don't know.
Right, I was an electrician for many years, and for a while I was actually in charge of some people in my younger years before I opened my. Do you remember those stores accessories?
No.
That might be. They used to make these stores that were like they would sell like management type encouraging posters, like whatever stupid things a manager would put on the wall of an office building, and Dawn and I, when we first started dating, we wanted to open up the anti-management, the opposite of accessory store, which was like
I love it.
Management is for losers. Like nobody wants, because both of us had been in charge of people and realized that it's really just a dead end situation. You don't want to do that. Anyways, try being in charge of an electrician who's colorblind, and so then you turn things on and go.
Is it the red or the white? Oh, crap.
I remember saying to a guy, "Can you tell the difference between black and white?" I get the blue and the purple, or the blue and but black and white. Come on, man. They're totally different. For the 100th time. How did you pass the test? How did you get in? Anyways, that's a different story. It's part of my life we've put to bed. As you can see, it brings great stress. Breathe, coping mechanisms. Okay. Would you like to do a song?
Sure.
All right.
I've written a couple.
One or two, yeah.
1 or 2 or 250, I think it is.
I know, that's great. Do you have a title for this one?
Yeah. So this is
This one's called "Screw You, Mike." No.
This was the first song I ever worked on with my band, my original band, Great Shore Avenue. It's coming back with a different lineup, but and then it was also the first song I played at the open mics when I started going in 2021.
I know.
And I played with Matt Shukin and Henry Shearer, and then 2 guys I don't remember. And yeah, since then it's it just kind of kept going and building on top of it, and like Shanahan's, that was my place.
Right on.
It still is. I love
Right
that.
on.
I love the guys there.
I love that place. Those guys are great.
It's a great atmosphere and good people. So, but so this song's called "Love Out," and it's basically, there's a thing called anhedonia, where you do things that you love, but you can't get the feeling from them. So that's why I named it "Love." It originally was called "Heartscapes," but I changed it to "Love Out." So I wrote this in 2014, I think.
Right on.
Don't wanna go through this life without you by my side. And I got it all worked out in my head. Here's how it's got to be. It'll be you and me up in the trees, and the forest will give us the answers. It'll be you and I up in the sky. It's a combination for disaster. Roads I've been wandering, a life between those seams. My back against the wall, with a slip of so extreme that no one would take my bed, and it hasn't sunk in yet. And I've been derailed in my room now to say I can't see anyone, 'cause it takes your love out. It takes your love. It takes your love out. Descendants, my remembrance, it's your descendants. I heard decisions made with derision. They betrayed my own provision, but I'll rewrite these wrongs, 'cause it's been far too long since I felt the gentle sway of a breeze on a sunny day, a breeze on a sunny day. Won't take your love out. Won't take your love, love, love. Sometimes I just don't know, sometimes I just don't know what aches me. What aches me? What aches me? I miss you every day.
Very nice.
As you can tell, I put a lot of emotion into a lot of what I do.
Right on. Well, that's the way to
Jumped
do
out
it.
into, yeah, I mean that's what I write about is mental health and positive ways to deal with it. Most of my songs, that's where they come from. They come from maybe a negative topic, but I try to put a positive spin on them. And the other tidbit about that one is I said, "Miss you every day, Mary." It was a friend of mine who died in January of 2023, and still think of her every day. She used to be like, she was the most supportive person, in my life musically. Because at that time, a few years back when we first met, I've been very fortunate now to be connected a lot to a lot of people, especially this local great scene that we have. At that point, I was sending her songs every day. No one else was hearing them. But her comments and her support, it kept me going through that. And
Right.
So when I lost her,
Well,
I changed the lyrics and added that into it.
Sure. Well, I think that that's a subject that I can certainly relate to because I've spoken many times about being in a place where I was just at the end or feeling isolated or being just done or and having a couple of people who were there to sort of just keep the people that just hold you up when you can't hold
Get you
yourself
out of your
up.
own head.
Right.
Big thing, yeah.
And so I can understand that person. So I can't imagine how difficult a situation that was, and we've talked about it a little bit over our friendship, and I know that it's part of what drives you to on your mission, and I think that it's a good path to be on. I think that you're doing wonderful things in shining a light on the advocacy for seeking help when necessary, so that things don't get to a point where it's too late, irretrievable is what I was about to say, and because there's always a way back, and even when you're in that place, and I'm only speaking from my own perspective because everybody's perspective is different. It does seem like a hole that you can't get out of. But if you just work a little bit at a time, and you find just the tiniest sliver of hope or the sliver of light or whatever it is, that one friend or one person, and you can be that one person for somebody sometimes. You'd be surprised what that can do, the chain of events that can be created.
Right. And
So-
I put my heart and passion into all of it, and I want to help other people, but it helps me as well. So that's why I do what I do.
The net effect is like if the service elements in things that the beauty of it is if you really are out doing something from a service perspective, what you get back from it is so much greater than you could describe. But if you go into it trying to, from a selfish perspective, it doesn't. I don't know what the right way to describe it, but I think I don't even need to go much further. I think just when something's genuine and somebody's working on something to help others and it's a genuine approach,
It resonates.
it resonates in karma. If you believe in karma, I think repays you for it. So I think I sent you a message recently that I from where I'm sitting, it looks like you're doing some good work. So I applaud you for it. So we'll surface to the lighter side for a little bit because
I'm always up for that.
right. Well, we could
gotta laugh.
part of the importance is spreading the word, but. Well, I suppose we'll stay serious for 1 second. What is your favorite ice cream? I mean, that's extremely serious question.
Pretty boring. I would say it's vanilla or strawberry. Nothing special.
I'm a vanilla guy too. And I some people have a Puka Zuka, blah, Zuka, I'm just vanilla. I like vanilla bean ice cream. Like
Keep it simple.
sometimes if I'm feeling crazy, I get French vanilla.
Ooh. Getting crazy.
It's crazy talk, right?
Yeah.
All right. I think that gets us to the album side of the week. I think it does. Right? Something's weird. That, maybe that. All right, let's try that. Album side of the week this week. This is another record I got at Black Dog Vinyl Cafe a couple weeks ago at the
Huge shout out to them.
the singer-songwriter showcase. And as I mentioned, I kept walking around at and looking at like people would be playing. I was there for 2 days, on and off, and I kept walking around, and then I'd go look through records, and there were 3 different times where I was like, oh, and this record in particular is.
I want those shoes. This is really good.
So, there we go. This is Joe Jackson's "Look Sharp," and
That he does.
let's see, 1979, and Joe Jackson. I think one of his most famous, like, is She Really Going Out With Him, which is on this record. He had some other ones, but he was kind of like an angry Englishman, and hated. He was a outspoken anti-music video guy at the advent of music videos, and but this record was something that my brother and his friends. My brother was part of a band called the Inspectors in the early '80s. His friends. At first, he was helping them out, and then eventually became part of the band. But I can remember they played Sunday Papers and One More Time. So I selected, which is, I don't even know if it's side one. It is side one. Side one, One More Time, Sunday Papers, Is She Really Going Out With Him? Happy Lovin' Couples, which is also great, and Throw It Away. Oh, they did play Throw It Away, too. They played 3 songs on side one of Joe Jackson's Look Sharp. It's a absolutely fantastic, high-energy, just a fantastic record. And I strongly recommend looking it up. If you certainly, if you could find the record and listen to it on vinyl, I would do that. But if not, put the songs in a playlist or just find it and enjoy it, because you might be surprised that you might recognize these songs even if you don't think you know what they are. So it's a great record, actually. One of my favorites of all time.
He's not Shoeless Joe, though.
He's not. He is not Shoeless Joe
Anyone who's not
Jackson.
familiar with that, he was a baseball player.
That's a different guy altogether.
Got kicked out of baseball for fixing the World Series.
He Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Yep.
You can't prove that he actually did anything to throw the World Series. He took their money, but he had the highest batting average in the World Series, and he had that World Series only home run.
A man of knowledge right here.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
I also that I'm just regurgitating a line from Field of Dreams,
Okay.
which happens to be my favorite movie from a point. Because the subplot of that movie is that the main character's father idolized Joe Jackson. So, and they built the baseball field so that those guys could come back and play. Anyhow, so that's the album side of the week. Let's see. On the big board, see, there's a big board over here. I'm looking that way because I have a big board over there that keeps me on track, and then over here there's a big clock that keeps me on track. So, I'm gonna try to. So lighting's not bad today. Huh? I tried something different with the lights. Does it look okay?
Like I said when I got here,
You think it's
every time you come, it's
It's different. That's part of one of my psychological shortcomings.
Mhm.
I can't ever leave anything alone. I have to keep rearranging things. So,
You use it to your advantage, I guess, right?
yeah, I don't know. There's something wrong with me. I think when it comes to that, I can't ever leave it alone, and I'd be better off if I did. I think I would be definitely better off. But let's see. I was trying to decide if I should play one of these brand new songs that I have that I don't know very well.
I was doing the same thing. Let's hear it.
So me and some friends get together every now and again. We challenge each other to write songs, and one of the challenges was write a letter to your former self. And if it was actually a school assignment, I would have got an F because I didn't turn it in on time. I wasn't quite done. I had the gist of it, and so I have the song, but it's really like I still am kind of rejiggering all the words and whatnot. And so I think I'll try it, but it's likely that this is going to end up in the ditch. It's like we're just going to veer off into the ditch and then back up. And
It's not like it's a live podcast.
all right, so I'll see you.
Oh, wait.
Somebody asked me just the other day, I'd write myself a letter, send it back through time. What would I say? Would I tell myself a secret? Would I try to create peace? Would I see right there? Could I make it right? Would I be alright if I could write myself a letter, send it back through time? What would I say? Tell myself to smile just a little bit more. Remember who you're fighting for. Gotta learn to let it go, as hard as it seems. Don't forget to breathe. Deep down, with all the time, simple answers are different to find. The world will... I can't read my own writing. That's terrible. This is making me mad. I worked on it all day yesterday, too. I'm going to stop there. It's making me mad because I really worked on the verses several times, and I have them all written, and I know what they are, and I can't do them.
The great thing about a new original song is you can't screw it up because no one else knows what's
No, that was a total screw up. But the gist of the idea is, I was trying to think of like within the concept of what we were, like talking about and writing about. For me, it's like, all right, so the concept is, if you actually could like go back in time, you could use it for good, you could use it for evil, and like this, the second verse is about like would I do something to prevent some horrible thing in history? Would I do But really, the thing that I've learned as I've gotten older that is more important than anything, like no matter what. I've seen enough sci-fi movies to know if you go to prevent one thing, it'll just come out in another, like whatever bad thing is supposed to happen, it'll just happen somewhere else in some other way. So like that's not going to work. You can't ever fix the yin and yang. There's always going to be good and evil. You can't stop it. Josette's laughing, the sci-fi queen over there. But what would he tell myself, right? So like that was just one thing. It's like like I'm trying to think of like this grand great thing I could do with this gift of being able to go back through time. But really the only thing that the thing that I would change for myself is to just smile more and to just be careful who you put your faith in, and never forget who you're fighting for. Learn to let things go as hard as it can be. And as silly as it sounds, continue to believe is what the line is supposed to be, in kindness, and that's what I
Love
was.
that.
That's what the chorus is supposed to be. Except I worked on it very hard, and then when it came time to execute, I completely fell on my face. So I apologize for that. But that's a glimpse behind the curtain for those as you're working on something. I worked it out, and I had a bunch of different lyrics, and there's a whole pile of pages on the desk over there of different drafts of it. But I know what the words are, and I know how I want them. And then, like I said, I worked on it. I played probably a dozen times yesterday at different points during the day. And I'm like, I can do this. And I'm sitting down, and I tried to play through it a little bit today, and it completely got to it, and I'm trying to read the words, and I'm like, nope, it's not coming to me right now. It's not happening. So that happens sometimes when you write songs. It takes a while to get, for me, sometimes they come right to me, and sometimes they take a while to seep in there. But it's definitely a keeper, and I like it. And so that's that one. So anyway, that was my train wreck for today. Now, you had a mental health awareness concert in beginning of May.
Yeah, like on May 1st.
At the Roxy, and I know that it was a tremendous success for you. Are you planning on doing another?
That is my hope, yes.
Yeah.
Right now I'm, reaching out to venues, contacting people that can be
Coordinating, hoping.
involved. Yeah, I have a lot of people in the local music community that would like to be involved with it. And so, yeah, I didn't want it to be a one-off thing. I don't want to just do, oh, yeah, we're playing it, this place on Friday night. I want to make them events. There's something behind them. So we did it as a fundraiser, my partners and I. Michaela Garabrandt and Brian Kovacs. We spent 6 months planning it, getting it ready to go at the Roxy. And we had 3 different organizations that were represented, no stigmas. Trinity Services, who actually owns Roxy, I believe. And the other one was NAMI, Will Grundy. So
I know it went really well for you. Like
yeah,
I know.
it was a lot, and it was my band, Great Shore Avenue. We played our first show in a while, and my buddies Brian Fonte and Frank Francino. And I felt like we killed it, and the crowd was all into it. And so I just finally finished all the editing of the videos.
Right.
So I'm releasing it as its full album now.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. Who else played that day?
As far as other acts,
Yeah.
Oh, Brian and Michaela.
Right on.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
with their bands.
That's awesome. And do you have any gigs coming up or anything, or you're doing? I know you're recording stuff and
Yeah.
you're working on video editing. I see.
Yeah, I've got a few things that are in motion. I was very happy to be invited to play at Uncle John's Music, the one, right?
Yeah.
Who just a car hit. the
Uncle,
building.
right. I saw that
Yeah.
online. A car drove through the front of their store, and I know that they've been working hard. They've been in business forever, and they're working hard to keep. It's a family-owned business, and it's Westmont, I believe. Is it Westmont? Yeah.
Yeah. So on Sunday they're doing a show from 1 to 6. I'm gonna get to play a half-hour set.
Do you know what's the location?
You know what? I have to look that up.
All right.
So I just
Before,
assumed that it would be by the store, but that might not be true.
if you have it, if not, we'll try to make sure we get that out there. Now let's see. What other? If you could pick one food to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Pizza. Absolutely. I'm a pizza connoisseur. So.
Didn't think too hard about that,
No,
did
didn't
you?
have to.
No. All
Got that
right.
one down.
All right. Now, do you have a second song you want to do?
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, it's gonna be a brand new one. So maybe I should do one I already know. But,
That's up to you, man.
Tournament developments here, but no, I'm gonna do it. Forget it. Let's just do it. So this song.
I think you're probably going to do better than I did. I'm pretty sure.
So I wrote this song a while back, probably last year, and it's about depression. The main key to it is the line, "Depression will not conquer me." The song's called "Behind the Scene," so it's because a lot of times you don't see what people are dealing with behind their personal scene, right? So that's kind of what this is, and yeah. So this is the debut. I played a couple of mics, but I'm considering this the debut.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta make sure that I can actually read the lyrics.
Oh, see? I know that feeling. I know that feeling. Well, you look at that.
little film.
That's all right. Now we have a very special. Next week is going to be a very special event. For the first time, we're going to have a guest host because next week I'm playing.
That's interesting.
Quite some time ago, I had scheduled a gig with Patrick Spearoff and Kenny P. Mitchell as a writers round at the Stray Bar in Frankfurt at 7 p.m. And so at the point that the decision was made to switch to Thursdays, I still had that gig. So I didn't want to just do one and then take a week off. And in talking to the rest of the crew, next week, Josette is going to host, and Olivia Kicks is going to be the guest, and it's going to be fantastic. And Blue is running the board and switching cameras, and he's actually doing that today. And Josette is whacking him with a ruler every time he messes up, and she's standing over his shoulder right now and going, "No, yes, no, well, yes."
It's not a ruler, it's a sledgehammer.
So if you hear that, ow, it's because he didn't do something right, and the executive. Anyways, and then let's see, that's next week, and then the 19th, Alabama Mike is a guest on the show.
I feel like I've seen him out there.
Does
he play Drive By Truckers and covers? Did you know?
I don't know if he played.
No,
I've never seen him play a cover, but I know that a lot of his songs are either about prison or trains or both,
I could definitely be Drive By Truckers.
or very questionable other people. Wonderful songwriter. I met him a couple of times, and I'm like, "Would you come on this show?" And he's like, "I don't know. All right, maybe." And then he said, "Yeah." And then on the 26th, it'll be the Fabulous Demi. So that'll be fun.
He does a lot of amazing things.
Demi does amazing things, as many of us know in the community. And if you don't, you're going to hear about it the night she's here, because she does amazing things to keep the community together.
Yep.
A kind soul. She's been kind to every person in this room, that's for sure. So that's the 26th. So that's the rest of the shows this month. So, all right, you got your stuff. All right.
Let's give it a shot. See
All
what
right.
happens here. Disconnecting retrospect, falling down the rabbit hole. Just to regain my soul, I was waiting on a moment, waiting on a moment. I was waiting on you. I said what it really, whatever the sun comes down. Putting my cards on the table, I was uniquely unable to stay stable, too sad to say, oh, waiting on me. I was foundering, lost and gallery, broken skyline. Behind the scene, yeah, behind the scene, behind the scene, yeah, behind the scene. Anxiety led me to fall. Slowly I've learned to tell. Disappointed the faith I needed a new day. I handle on the scandal, Willie wrote that trouble, rock it up again. Where roads are traveled, rags with guilt, I feared the split, but I did not quit. No, I did not quit. Waiting on the moon, I was floundering, lost in carrying, broken sky. Behind the sea, down behind the sea, behind the sea, down behind the sea. And I can't get out of bed, so they never get in my head. They took to tear me down, and I'm just still a frown. At a loss for words, lost for words, at a loss for words, lost for words. I was floundering, lost in cowering, broken sky. Beyond the sea, beyond the sea. You don't know what you see. You go beyond the sea.
Awesome.
That's an angsty song. We're gonna love angsty songs.
I was going to say that's totally mellow and calming.
Yeah, right.
I like it. And that one, you said that's brand new? Pretty new?
I wrote it and recorded it a while back, but I never did anything with it. And now with a lot more people paying attention, I'm going to re-release it, remixing and everything. So it'll be out soon.
Good. Let's see. Do you have a website? Do you have anything that you
Yeah,
want?
the best place to find me is through YouTube. The Distant Memory Project is my page on there, and there's I think I'm up to 992 videos.
Right on.
I pretty much do it every day, and I feel like my the skills with it I've gotten pretty good just by doing it so much, and I know a lot about video editing now, and so it's something that's the direction I'm going to go in to start working with other musicians, start working with other industries, because it's a need right now.
Sure.
Other than that whole AI crap, that doesn't help. But
Use people, not machines.
you have to have the human touch, right?
That's what I think.
I mean, apparently you don't, but I would like to think that. So yeah, I've been doing that. So YouTube, Distant Memory Project, and then there's also a Gray Shore Avenue one. Gray Shore Avenue is my band. I came up with that name in 2009, and so I've been releasing under that moniker for all that time. But I love coming up with names of things, so I've gone with the Distant Memory Project. I've gone by a few, and so yeah, those are the best place to check it out.
Have I ever showed you my list of band names in my phone?
I have to see it.
Yeah, it's very.
You definitely have to see it now.
It's very adolescent and lots of
Like it.
silly humor, and it's not something I will put on the channel, but I'll share with you.
Please do.
It started when I was still working for many years, and anytime somebody would say something that remotely sounded like it could be a band name, I would say I was in that band. And then I started.
Well, if you take a "the" and you put any word after.
Well, right, but then I
Strokes,
started literally keeping track of all of these weird catchphrases and sayings, and I have there's something like a couple of hundred in this list. And somebody said you should secure all of those and get the website, and then
figure out what to do with it later.
and then put them online for sale.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't have near that kind of organizational skill, but it's a good idea. But anyhow, and as Blue knows, as anybody who spends any time around me, at least once or twice a day, I say I was in that band, because somebody will say something, and to me it sounds like a band name. I was in that band. My son, who doesn't play in bands, he says he's taken on the same joke, but he says that was my nickname in college. So that could be the same concept.
All right.
It's anything that sounds ridiculous.
I guess I can do a little reveal. Do you know what you don't know, but my nickname growing up?
I do know.
You do?
No,
We talked about
I
this? No.
don't. No.
So for
I
some,
tricked you though for a
some
second.
odd,
You thought I did.
some odd reason, you were convincing. I really believed you. Good poker face you got there. But so for some reason, when I was a kid, and my older brothers who were in high school when I was like 8 or 9, came up with the name Butch for me. And
Butch.
so it stuck till I got out of college. And then now the only ones that call me it now are my high school friends, because when I was in high school, one of my friends called and my brother called upstairs and said, Butch, it's the phone for you. I get on the phone and my friend's like, what the hell? What did he just say?
Right.
And from there,
It's happening to my youngest son Jack. He's 15, and when he was a baby, he's like I think 7 or 8 years younger than his next nearest sibling. And when he was a baby, he like many babies at a certain point they get really chubby very quickly, like at 3 months or 4 months or whatever. There's this short period of time where they put on a ton of weight. And so when they were all little kids, they started calling him Bubba because he looked like a roly-poly for like 3 months. Well, he's been Bubba for their whole lives.
sticks.
But now he's 15 and nobody calls him Bubba but them, the 5 of his siblings. And my wife and I don't even call him Bubba anymore. Like, he's just Jack. But at some point we were somewhere, like last year, and we were around his friends, and one of his sisters said something like Bubba, and his friends just like, we're like, Bubba? Like,
hang on, go back for a second.
hold on. Bubba? And he's like, oh, great. So I don't know if they still call him that, but it was much like what you were describing.
I forgot
like,
the best part of the whole thing is there's a guy who's been very supportive of the local music scene. Many of you know him, named Butch Kuhn.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it? Small world.
All right, let's see. So, MeLmusic.com, there's a calendar of events. If you're interested in anything that I'm doing, this, like I said, this next Thursday, a week from tonight, while the stream is happening with, you're not going to do like Joan Rivers, are you? You're too young. You're too young to even know what that is. We'll talk about that later. There's a bunch of people my age that all just laugh.
It's more like
and I'll explain the joke.
Kelly Clarkson fan. I don't know.
It's not that funny, really. Anyways, Sunday the 14th from 2 to 4 in the afternoon, I'm playing at Crooked Arm, the other record shop that is, and they do a great thing, and they sell beer and records and I think snacks.
What else do you need?
I don't know, not too much.
It's all right there for you.
So it's there for you. So and then like I said, MeLmusic.com, and I think that's everything. That's it. We're at the end of the whiteboard. Is there anything I've forgotten? Dumb joke of the day is the last thing on the whiteboard, but before that, that's it, right? So we're at dumb joke of the day. So dumb joke of the day. And
I actually had some big news to break.
You do? What's
yes,
the
I
big
do.
news?
Actually, it's a whole bunch of big news.
What is it?
So number one, I'm now calling my whole all-encompassing music, mixing, picture editing, video editing, You Are Not Alone Studios.
Oh, there you go.
I'm going with that one. Been using it for a while.
That's huge.
Number two, I'm going to create a new Facebook group, which is going to have all my content from every angle, and it's going to be called Depression Will Not Conquer Us.
Right on.
So watch out for the link for that. So that'll be coming here soon. Time to take it up a notch, you know.
And depression will not conquer us. Dr. Alan Grant. Should I get that?
Not yet.
Not yet. Dr. Alan Grant. This comes to us from Dr. Alan Grant. Today's dumb joke of the day. And the new as we've described, to those of you who are new, the dumb joke of the day started quite some time ago when I was doing this all by myself. So, again, behind the curtain, I was putting the dumb joke of the day in the mailbox and pretending like I didn't know. But now we've gotten to the point where I really don't know what the joke is now, which is even more fun because I'm practically illiterate on top of the fact that I'm a moron. So it's fun to watch the dummy try to read stuff. Why can't you hear I don't know what that word is. There's a lot of consonants all together. What is that word?
Pterodactyl.
A pterodactyl. Okay, so let's back up again. I didn't know that's how you spelled pterodactyl. I didn't know pterodactyl started with a P. There's a P at the front of that. Anyways. Why can't you hear a pterodactyl going to the bathroom? And you're supposed to say, why can't you?
Why can't you?
because the P is silent.
Ba-dum-bum-bum. Actually, I have, not to steal your thunder. What?
It's right there in the joke.
What's a pirate's favorite food?
I don't know.
Arby's.
It's terrible.
Exactly.
That's a dumb joke, and that is two dumb jokes of the day. So, all right, so that brings us to the end of the show. Thank you for being here, Bryan.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. That's the wrong button. That's why it's not moving. I feel like I'm forgetting something. No, you're smiling now. That's good. All right. I think that's the end. We're gonna go. We're just gonna do the theme song. We're gonna go out. So thanks again for being here. Thanks, Blue. Thanks, Josette. Thank you all for watching and listening. I can't hear you. Bye, everyone.